All right, this is the Norfolk Polish Heritage Group Archive Project. And my name is Teresa Black, and today is Thursday, the 29th of November 2018. I'm in Sprowston, Norwich, to speak to a Polish war veteran. Good afternoon. Please could you introduce yourself?
Well, my name is Romuald Gurklis z Polski, z Nowogródka, urodzony w Nowogródku. Prawie się zależy.
In English, please. In English. In English, please.
I lived in Nowogródek all my life. Is that it?
Nowogródek is now in Belarus, I believe,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yes. Can you tell us which year you were born, please?
1925.
Wow, so you have lived to a great age, haven't you? How old are you now, Mr. Gurklis?
93.
Right, congratulations.
Oh, thank you. That's no a pleasure, I tell you.
Oh, it's a wonderful age to go to. It really is to live to.
All depends. All depends the circumstances.
Oh, yes, I know.
Yeah.
Would you mind telling us your parents' names, please?
First name, Romuald,
Yeah. Oh,
but everybody call me Romek.
yes. But your father's first name?
My father's first name was Stanislav. He was born in Russia.
All right. Thank you. And your mother's first name?
Olga.
Alexandra?
Alexander. No,
Did you have any brothers or sisters?
yeah, miałem sister. Sister Regina. Ona jest wciąż w Rosji.
In English, please. In English.
She... Oh, do you care? She's still in Russia with my poor old mother, but women didn't have a chance like us get na pociąg.
On a train.
On a train.
Train, yeah.
Of course, on a train. Got thrown out of one station and then got on to the next one and repeat the same of the next one, you see.
Can you tell us what happened at the beginning of the war? Just right at the very beginning of the war. What happened in your life?
Beginning of the war? Well, I was in a school. I finished normal school and I went to the gymnasium in Nowogródek. As you know, the war interrupted. So that didn't last for very long until the Russian got us, all the family, apart from my father, and sent us all to Siberia.
Right. So you were deported with your mother and your sister to Siberia, is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, we had a good Russian lieutenant who told my father, he said, that will be best, Stanley, if you live for a while, the Nowogródek, and go somewhere else, sit sick, the job.
Right. So he helped your father to escape being captured by the Russians?
Yeah, that Russian was a nice fella, and I think that was the same one. I'm not quite sure, but he stayed with us. But when we left, I don't know what happened to him. But he was bringing mother meat and one thing and another. Right. So my mother did a cook for both all of us. So we had a good meal, thanks to him. So there are some good ones, some bad ones, of course.
So he was a good person who helped your family.
He was a good person, yes, he was. Yeah, and I used to have a radio in one room, and he was in the other room. And when he come from work, he say, "Come on, Romy," he say, "you better just turn that radio on because you got on the wrong station."
Oh, right, okay.
He knew that I was there, knew I was listening to different programs than he is. But he was quite nice. Excuse me.
Can you tell us what happened when you got to Siberia with your mother and your sister? What work you had to do, and what food you had to eat, and what happened to you there?
Well, when later on, what's his name, the lieutenant left, and as soon as he left, we had 2 policemen, Russian,
Naturally.
and things weren't the same, so we decided to move. And you wanted to Russia, I go to Russia.
Yeah.
And of course, one fine morning, or was it, I don't know, it might have been the afternoon, the soldiers come, and outside they had the vuz.
A car?
Cart, oh yeah. One put us all on the train, and we walk ourselves after about 12 hours journey into Siberia. They put us in a little hut, like a soldiers have, the tent, really. And there we were for a good while. And then we did have to cut the timber, fell the trees first before you can cut the timber, and then fell that. And that was some of the trees what we cut. You couldn't embrace it. They were so big, so tall, and so fat, as we call it. No? I don't know. We used to do a little bit. And what's his name? Some of them Russians were very nice and helped us, and they tried to do us. They couldn't do a lot, but they could sometimes. They give you something, without anybody else knowing. But they were.
What did you get to eat?
What we got to eat, £1 of bread a day.
That was it, was it?
And that was it, unless you scrounge you somewhere else from somewhere. But what's his name? But there's always, someone on the side who will help you a bit. Yeah.
So
we didn't starve, that's
good. But it was very heavy work that you were doing, you and your mother and your sister. Yeah.
Oh, yes. But you did have to do it. There's nowhere to go on the Siberia. You can't just walk home, can you? Or to some other place.
No escape, no.
You just got to bear it.
So when the amnesty came, though, that's about a year and a half later, when the amnesty came, what happened then?
Well, when the amnesty came, they told us that there is a Polish army is forming down the bottom of the Caspian Sea, and the boys can go. Well, we were boys, actually. So me and my friend, we said we go join the army. I was 14 or 15, and he was 16. So of course when we got on a train, and 2 or 3 trains, right, as we always used to use it, you got thrown out from one, and you get for the next one. And of course, when I could join up, my friend had doctors and what's his name? What kind? How would you call it? I went through the doctor. Anyway, and that was it. And we went further up to sign. The friend of mine got automatic transmission and to the army, and the sergeant said to me, "Oh, sorry, I can sign you." Oh, I said, "Why? What's the difference?" Oh, he said, "Well, you're too young." Oh, of course, I couldn't do nothing about it, but I stood there without doing anything. And when I came there, he was a captain. I wish I could know his name to thank him for it. But he rose up and he said to the sergeant, he said to put him in to the other sergeant, because I know his father, I know his family. He said, as a matter of fact, I used to bounce him on my knee all the time when he was about 2. And that was it. I was in the army.
So they signed you up, did they?
Signed me up, yeah. I looked in the army like a small pallet. I don't know.
You were only 15 and a half at the time, I think, weren't you? So yeah, you would have been the baby of the army.
Yeah, I was the baby in the army. Yes. Heinz was good to stay. Mind you, we couldn't do a lot because, that was Russia. And we didn't have real guns from the start. So we used to try with the wooden guns. But, so we were...
So you did. The army didn't stay there. It had to move on out of Russia, didn't it? So where did you go next?
We went to Africa. We didn't do a lot in Africa, no, in any case, but we was helped by the Russians, or the Russian army, that's his name. And then, of course, come the day, we're going to England, so we joining up with it.
Before you went to England, you went somewhere else, didn't you? From Africa, didn't you join the 8th Army, the British 8th Army?
That is the British 8th Army we joined.
And you went to Italy, didn't you?
Ah, yes. Oh,
Yeah.
we went to Italy, and stayed there a while till the Monte Cassino come. And we were the heroes of Monte Cassino.
Oh, wow. Bravo.
Yeah.
The Poles managed to gain Monte Cassino when nobody else could do it.
Oh, well, we were silly enough to do anything.
Brave enough is the word. I think
brave enough or silly enough,
No, courageous.
Well, yeah, that's the best word. That's the better word, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Anyway, and I'm just what's his name? The next thing we heard, what's his name? Monte Cassino. Yes.
A lot of people died at Monte Cassino.
Oh, yes.
There's a very big Polish cemetery there, isn't there?
Oh, yes, big cemetery, yes. I was there, and they sent me from one post to another, the observation post, I mean. And somebody from a distance, well, Jerry, of course, was shooting shooting at me. And the fellow, a Polish fellow, on side, cover up. He said to me, "Get down, because there's no Germans shelling at her." So of course, I see the hole beside me. So I jumped into the hole, and I heard a
Who was in there?
I looked down, and there's a black soldier. You know, the British soldier. Well, I was out of that hole quicker than I ever expected. I jumped out.
You had never seen a black person?
No, I never went in the holes anymore. But after you stood there, and mind you know, sometimes if you're being honest, some of them didn't want to kill you. Because sometimes the shots come beside you, and the Germans shooter. They was trying so much that they can show a bottle off the bottom, on the fourth table, from that distance, you know, from one mountain to another. And I several had a shot. So I thought myself, did he want to kill me, or didn't he want to kill me? But
you survived.
Sorry?
You survived. Whatever happened.
I survived, yes, and several accidents. What's his name? People were blown out beside me and with shot at me. But
so how did you come? How did you come to live in Sprowston in Norwich, from Italy, from Monte Cassino? What happened next?
Oh well, we after Monte Cassino we had a camp here and camp there in England. You see, we had a long term in Brandon.
So you made your home in Brandon in this country?
Made the home in Brandon, yes.
And did you get married?
Yes, I got married in Brandon.
Your wife's name?
The wife's name? Doreen, yes.
Did you have any children?
Yes. Christine and Ronald. They are still about here, still with me.
So at some point you must have moved from Brandon to Norwich then?
Oh yes, from Brandon to Norwich. That's after our army finished there, you see. We all got demobbed.
Yes. What work did you do when you got demobbed?
When I got demobbed, I was doing a bit, so you know, in with the building. With so many people, you see, and so many damages. Yeah. So you used to repair houses, window houses, and things like that.
But I believe you had a trade as well, though, didn't you? A special trade. Carpenter.
Oh, carpenter, yeah, I had a carpenter trade, but well, that is a carpenter, you see. What's his name?
I think you've made a beautiful box to keep your medals in, haven't you?
No, not a big one. I only got 3 or 4.
But it's a beautifully made box. I can tell your talent.
Oh yeah, I made the boxes for everything and everybody.
All right, that's lovely. Okay. Thank you very much for talking us today. It's been very interesting, and very entertaining. Thank you.
If I got anything wrong, I'm very sorry, but that's all I can actually remember to put together.
You've remembered a lot. Thank you very much. Very valuable. Thank you.
Thank you.